Diddy just fainted in court. The very people he trusted most, the ones who were supposed to keep his secret safe, turned on him and spilled dirt so deep it could send him to jail for good. His former assistants revealed some secrets that will send shivers down your spine. It was full-on drama, like something from a wild soap opera where the main character just can't take it anymore and breaks down right there. The courtroom became a stage for chaos.
Then he says, "Prove your loyalty to me." And I'm thinking, like, what is he talking about? He grabs a condom, rubs his hands on my shoulders, and pushes me to a female guest that's on the couch. And I froze. I look at the girl, and I, are you okay with this? And she's, yeah. So I perform for a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit. And as soon as I kind of know that he's not looking or he's not around and he's not in my peripheral, I quickly just pull up my pants and get out of there and run down the stairs and take off.
A former Bad Boy Records employee on the stand today in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial testifying about drugs that he says he witnessed and things that he was required to do to set up so-called freak-offs.
When Diddy walked in, he was looking fresh, wearing jeans and a nice blue sweater, the kind of outfit that says, "I got this." You could almost see hope in his eyes because his lawyers told him today was his day, nothing to worry about. But then the judge came in and everything changed. Silence fell. Everyone knew serious business was about to happen. And Diddy, you could see it hit him. His confident look disappeared and was replaced by nervous tension. The first witness call shocked everyone. David James. This was not just some random person. This was one of Diddy's closest aides, the guy who had been there through it all, knows all the behind-the-scenes dirt, and was now ready to spill. When David took the stand, the courtroom buzzed. Even Diddy's face showed a flicker of fear because he knew David was about to drop a bomb.
Attack his personal chef, as well as the rap mogul's drug use, claiming that Combs used drugs every day.
James testified that Combs didn't only take substances, he also supplied them. He testified that one man known as One Stop frequently delivered substances to Combs on multiple occasions. And James alleges that he helped get substances for Combs' friends as well. James testified, "I just assumed that I had to," in reference to helping supply the substances to Combs' friends.
David did not waste time. He started spilling the tea. Working with Diddy was tough, he said. But the biggest shock? Diddy's drug addiction, not just casual use. David said Diddy was so hooked that without drugs, he would not even eat. And it got crazier. David said Diddy stored hard drugs like Viagra, ecstasy, Percocet, and more right there in designer bags.
James also talked about being required to set up Combs' hotel rooms with about 40 different skincare products, thousands of dollars in cash, and 25 to 30 different pill bottles.
And when Diddy ran out of cash, David had to front the money for the drugs. Sometimes Diddy never paid him back, and David had to pressure him for money or even steal from him just to make ends meet. Imagine a billionaire making his personal struggle for his salary. The courtroom gasped, jaws dropped, and Diddy looked like he could not believe what he was hearing. You could see Diddy was boiling inside, wanting to defend himself to say no, that's not true. But the judge was not having it, no interruptions allowed. And his lawyer Mark was right there whispering, "Calm down, don't say a word, I will handle it." When things calmed down, David got even wilder. He talked about one time he went to bring food for Diddy's girl and knocked on a door only to be answered by some random staff member, not Cassie or Diddy. Then he found Cassie barely conscious on a bed and Diddy was in the bathroom cleaning up after who knows what. The courtroom was shocked, wondering what kind of wild things went on behind that door.
He also testified that he once walked in on a freak-off.
David was not done. He said he was forced to take lie detector tests whenever jewelry went missing from Diddy's mansion. Imagine working for someone who trusts you enough to hire you but does not trust you when things go wrong. Still, David did it just to keep his job.
"Do you ever have to take a lie detector test?" "Yes." "Who was present?" "Just me and this gentleman. It was very intimidating. They put monitors on my head, my chest, and my hand." "Could you have refused?" "Not to keep my job." "Did this happen again?" "Yes, when Mr. Combs said a watch of his had been stolen."
Then came the story about the iPad. Someone forgot an iPad in one of Diddy's hotel suites and David was sent to pick it up. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. When he walked in, he found a scene like an adult film set. Cassie was lying on her back motionless, probably unconscious. A naked man was leaving the room, very well endowed according to David, with the shower running and the room a mess. The courtroom sat in stunned silence.
He also talked about a time when he walked into one of the hotel rooms because someone had said that they forgot their iPad. He walked in, he testified that he saw Cassie Ventura lying on her back and she appeared. The implication was that she was unconscious. When he made his way into the hotel room, he said that he saw a naked man who he described on the stand as very well endowed. That man then scurried off, and then he indicated that he believed that Sean Combs was in the shower. We do have some testimony that we can put up.
Then came the moment Diddy could not handle. The prosecutor asked if Diddy met any important people. David nodded, and before he could say more, Diddy gave him a sharp look like zip it, but it was too late. David said Barack Obama. The whole room exploded. Everyone was talking at once, and then Diddy slumped and fainted. Chaos broke out, people shouting, trying to calm down, but it was too late.
Did he meet with a lot of people? Yes, even former presidents. Which one? Former President Barack Obama.
The judge quickly called for a break because the courtroom was wild. The next hearing was set for the 9th day when another assistant, George Kaplan, would take the stand. George handled Diddy's money, picking up tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine the pressure.
When did you carry cash for Mr. Combs? I'd carry $50,000 on his private jet. Did you pick up the cash for Mr. Combs? Yes, $10,000 at Western Union from Combs Enterprises.
George did not hold back. He talked about booking fancy hotels like Trump International and Intercontinental, where some wild stuff happened. And get this, George never used Diddy's real name for bookings. He used the code name Frank Black. Sounds like a spy movie, but it was Diddy's world. George said that after every wild session, Diddy would leave the hotel room a mess. George had to clean it all up to protect Diddy's image. During cleanups, George found empty bottles of syrup, powdery pills, and drugs. Diddy called him twice to pick up drugs for him and gave him cash to pay for it. This is full-blown drug trafficking.
He also had to make sure the rooms were in polished shape before checkout to protect Diddy's image, and often threw out empty baby oil bottles and once threw out a powdery crystal substance. And he said he was instructed by Diddy to pick up the drugs 2 times. Both times he testified, Diddy gave him cash to pay for it and gave him a number to call someone to pick it up.
George also set up rooms with lubricants, adult toys, baby oil, and more for what he called freak-off mode. He even bought drugs to boost Diddy's performance during those sessions. The courtroom was silent. This was not the Diddy everyone thought they knew.
So yesterday, David James, he got on the stand, that direct examination, that's what took place. He was the last witness yesterday on the stand, and he's the ex-assistant. He said he never saw any physical violence between Ventura and Combs. He did hear them argue, though, about her career. She was saying she wanted to expand her career into acting and modeling. Combs was telling her, according to the testimony, that she needs to focus on singing. James was Combs' assistant from 2007 to the year 2009.
Then George dropped a bombshell nobody saw coming. Unlike David, who claimed no physical fights, George said he regularly saw Diddy and Cassie throw down. Literally. There was this one wild incident where they allegedly threw whiskey glasses at each other on Diddy's private jet, flying high while fighting like savages.
So he's a former executive assistant to Combs, and he testified that he witnessed Combs be violent with Ventura while on that private jet in 2015. He did hear that glass break and saw Combs standing over Ventura.
Each testimony was another blow to Diddy's empire, shaking it to its core. The jurors looked shocked, trying to process it all. And Diddy looked like a man losing control, staring blankly as if his whole world was crashing down. After all these bombshells, can Diddy still walk free, or is this the end? You heard the dirt, you saw the drama. What do you think? Is he done, or still got a chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe because this story is far from over. More drama is coming, and you don't want to miss it. Catch you in the next video.